As Black Panther Wakanda Forever continues to roar at the box office, we're discovering more local connections to the blockbuster film, including a former WSAV employee turned underwater camera specialist. All right, so Marc Casey worked on the film as an underwater camera technician and assistant. He joins us now live to talk about that experience. Hello, Marc. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, Edward. How are you?
I'm doing all right. All right, so I read that you worked on 90% of the underwater filming of this movie. Give us an idea of exactly what you were doing.
So as an underwater camera assistant and technician, we would show up as a team with all the underwater gear needed to be able to shoot a scene. And that was mainly just all the camera gear. The camera goes into an underwater housing. Housing is balanced, so it's neutral in the water. Then we put it in the water for the operator or the underwater cinematographer to use. So our job mainly was, or my job mainly was, as a technician, that I would make sure that the camera functioned properly in the water, do lens changes, change out media, things of that sort, to make sure that everything is properly working and that there was no leaks, like water leaks in the housing as well.
And Marc, we've got some video we're running right now showing you sort of, doing work with these underwater cameras. How long have you been doing this?
So I've been working in the underwater camera industry for about 10 years. I started out on the show Vampire Diaries here in town, but it kind of goes a little bit further than that. When I was at SCAD, I took a directing a documentary class with Professor McCary, and he got me involved into underwater cinematography, and then it just blossomed from there. Got diving certified when I moved here to Atlanta, and then took some classes, met some people, and just let everybody know what I was wanting to do, and it just blossomed from there. It just went on.
All right, it looks like so much fun. So let's talk about the movie itself. It is not just a blockbuster movie franchise. It has meaning for the culture. So as a black man doing what you do for a living, what was it like being a part of this production?
Well, Wakanda Forever, Black Panther is a staple in the black community. I think it was the first black superhero. So with Chadwick dying, being there on set and being a part of all the scenes that went on, it was very inspiring. And let me know that, that he's still with us. He's inspiring us every day. But, the CDC has statistics that state that black children die at 2 or 3 times the rate as white children here in America. And that, and that's because they don't know how to swim, or they haven't learned yet how to swim. So as an underwater, doing scuba diving, underwater technician, I hope that what I do inspires the youth to want, and adults, to be able to get involved with learning how to swim. It's not just for sport, it could be for your safety, especially your children.
We were just showing some trailer video of the film, some of those water scenes, and you look at the work that you were a part of, and you have to know that that is going to inspire a lot of people. So now you said you were a SCAD graduate. You worked on so many big productions. You mentioned Vampire Diaries, but I read the whole long list of things you've worked on, the projects that you've done. So what advice would you have for someone who, like yourself, is searching for this kind of work to do? What road would you tell them to take?
First thing I would tell them to do is just be patient. It is a long road to go down sometimes. It's a lot of skills and a lot of trust that people have to have in you when you come on set, on a production set. So most definitely patience. Learn how to scuba dive. Just start out. If you don't have an expensive camera, just buy a GoPro. Go out with a DSLR or something like that with an interchangeable lens. See who you can borrow gear from and go out and shoot. There's a couple of classes. If you do some searches on Google or your search engine, you can find some ways to go out and learn. But balance and safety is our main thing that we go by. We don't do anything if safety says that don't do it. So knowing how to kind of come in and fit in, and having that personality, leaving the egos at home or what you may know, is the best advice you can have. That patience is just a big part of it.
Okay.
And just coming in, and as much as you can learn about cinematography, having those two really helps.
I can tell you're passionate about it. All right, Marc, thank you so much for joining us. Such a great conversation, very interesting. And your old co-workers here from WSAV say hi. Thanks so much.
All right. Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever, yes.